everybody, it's your boy Surge Dragon. Welcome to my crib. Today we are going to cover the premiere of Friday Night Smackdown on Fox Sports, which is regular channel for Fox. Apparently it's just Fox Sports Hour. I did not know that.
Yeah, but
I thought it was a straight up channel like Channel 31.
me too, but now it's just Fox.
So, let's go ahead and cover the first thing of the night. Well, first up, we would have Vince McMahon's music play with Stephanie McMahon introducing the new stage for SmackDown, and it looks better than Raw's.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it?
I thought it was just those those gears on the side of the stage, but no, they got a whole damn setup on top on the side. When Seth Rollins came out, they set up the flames on top on the stage and over his head. I was like, damn. So, with that stage, it looks way better than it did before. But a lot of people, as we were saying with me and T-Money, were saying that people wanted the fists to return. Or, I was saying, double fists on the sides. But no, we didn't get it.
Just a new set.
So,
that liar.
You're seeing that. We're looking at the
Hell in a Cell kickoff.
With the TV on mute so we can at least see the action.
And this the breaking news.
Ah, yeah.
Bliss Cross versus Kubaki Wars.
Yeah, good. The women's tag teams will be on the line. That'd be good. So, with that said, we also have the fact that
This is the Hell in a Cell. The Man versus the Boss.
there you go.
The Boss's second Hell in a Cell match.
So, and that's funny because I was about to mention her. The first person to come out to the ring would be the Man, Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion herself. Ultimately to be interrupted by King Corbin. And he would eagerly say that he was going to be the one to start the show until you heard the iconic music, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking."
The People's Champ himself.
Everybody lost their minds and was happy to see him make a return for a show that he himself started with one phrase: "Lay the smackdown on ya." In which case, many years later, it would be now finally on Fox Sports. On Fox Network. How about that? Just say Fox. In which case, already The Rock is doing his thing, saying he's finally, after a brief pause, says he's home. And Baron Corbin has the gall to actually say that this is no longer his home. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, it'll always be his home. And he goes and, just like with freaking John Cena calling him Fruity Pebble, and Daniel Bryan Goatface, and Hobbit,
Yeah.
we now have a new phrase, and it's the worst one yet. Poor Baron Corbin was being called, and I called this before he said.
STD.
Let me say, before he even called it, I was already seeing where he was going. Super tough dude. I was like, wait, that sounds. Now say it.
Super tough dude. STD. and the universe went berserk.
He's bringing the STDs. Even Becky Lynch is saying that's going to stick around with you for a long time.
And then after that, Corbin ends up getting his ass whooped by not one, but two people. Both The Rock and the Man.
Yep. Also, fun fact, before going to bed, after watching that at 4 a.m., because I had a lot to watch, in which case I actually went on Instagram to see, because, you know, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, they do nothing but spoilers if you go on there before watching the show. So, in which case, that's what I did. I went on Instagram, and apparently, fun fact, during, what was it? Was it Clash of Champions or the pay-per-view, where Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins tag team with their titles on the line against Lacey Evans and Corbin.
Actually, it was Extreme Rules.
There you go. At Extreme Rules, they were actually showcasing where Baron Corbin gave Becky Lynch the end of days, and the next panel under it would be her on SmackDown Live punching King Corbin in the face. Payback's a bitch.
And Corbin got the ass whooping he deserved.
What was the next thing, Mikey?
And after that, the man wasn't finished because she teamed with the Queen, her frenemy, Charlotte Flair, to take on the Boss and her connection.
That would be spoiled on the 30-minute kickoff of SmackDown Live called Blue Carpet, in which everybody was celebrities all around. We had Ice Cube's son. What was his name?
I can't remember.
Do you know his name?
No.
Oh, forgive me, my brothers. With me on this panel is your boy, Mike Henry.
Hello.
And on over here on this end,
Chris.
he's worried that he can't be seen, but you can see him.
Yeah, what's the show?
He can't see himself because of all the buttons up there,
Yeah, but
the stop button and stuff. But that is Chris Petrie, the man who is going to get burnt tonight. you made a lot of enemies.
His favorite AJ Styles.
Oh, that's another thing. Is the United States title being defended tonight?
Oh,
I don't know.
Nobody said shit.
Nobody.
Same with the Intercontinental title. We know for a fact after last Friday night, since it's Sunday, we know for a fact that Kofi Kingston, a.k.a. now no longer 9-minute loss.
9 seconds.
9-second loss. Thank you. I said minute. I timed it just to be sure. It was 8.97 from bell to bell. Damn, Brock, you fucking ass.
I know.
Kofi just jumped. He shouldn't have jumped. Oh, we ahead of ourselves.
We're gonna get to that a little later.
Yeah, but in the end, it's going to be Brock Lesnar as your WWE champion, but he's not going to defend his title at all tonight because we're going to have that run. We're going to have Mr. Vacation himself.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, let's get to that.
But like I said,
we would have the four horsemen in the ring at one time on two sides.
And then the hugger would tap out the figure 8 leg lock.
Yep. That's another thing. Is the women's SmackDown's title on the line tonight?
Oh, yes.
Oh, we just saw that.
Yeah, moments ago. So it's going to be the Queen versus the hugger.
Yeah, buddy. Any quotes on that, Chris? Anything to comment?
Not at this moment.
All right, next thing, Mikey.
Next up, the Fiend Bray Wyatt once again struck Seth freaking Rollins because Rollins took on the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
Champion versus champion match. The match was ultimately thrown out thanks to the fact of the interference from the Fiend Bray Wyatt. If you would think that by the rules, Seth won that match by disqualification, but the match was just
no contest.
Yeah.
No countouts or disqualification. It was a no contest.
Your thoughts, Chris?
I hope Seth Rollins find a way to beat the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Because the mind game is gonna be over.
I have good news because they were actually saying this. At one point, it would be honoring Will Smith and his movie Gemini Man, in which case, youth versus experience, we would actually have a panel showcasing some of the wrestlers of today and old, showcasing themselves at their younger selves versus their current selves. We would have the John Cena, Daniel Bryan, we would have The Undertaker, we would have Alexa Bliss, and I was like, damn, Alexa Bliss looked like that back then? Damn. And they would actually have more than that, but ultimately, they would showcase themselves, saying that also, in addition to this, we will actually have the panels of this on WWE Network. I was like, and who would win? I was like, thinking that was going to be on the Instagram, but no, we would actually have us voting on Instagram who we think is going to win at Hell in a Cell. And Seth Rollins with a whopping 80%. When I tap Seth Rollins against the Fiend, the Fiend only had 30% to Seth Rollins 70%. In addition, we would have the Hugger versus Bayley, and dude, Bayley only had 13%.
So that means the Queen could be a potential 10-time. 10-time win.
Yep. One other thing, we would have Eric Rowan versus Roman Reigns. Everybody was going for Roman Reigns by 83%. And there was one more. Becky versus Sasha Banks. That one was tricky. That was, if I remember correctly, 60% for Becky, 40% for Sasha Banks. That was the one that was nearly 50-50. Because there are a lot of Boss fans.
Wow.
But everybody else?
They're picking the man.
Yeah. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, just came in. I had to put the dogs in the room. We would have the... I'll put that out here. In the room. We would have entering in the podcast, the Heaven Monsters podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Terrence, aka Terrence, coming in, bro. Let me get the dogs in the room. And now, go ahead. Huh?
You didn't say T-Money.
I said T-Money.
No, you didn't. You said aka Terrence.
That's your moment to say.
You said Terrence.
T-Money.
T-Money.
Go ahead.
T-Money. What's up, everybody?
Say your intro.
If you smell what the lion is cooking.
There you go.
Now get him.
Don't be hater.
Don't be hater.
Don't be hater. That's what you get from last night. That's what you get from last night.
Yeah, come over here.
Say about her.
Sit next to me, my bro. I told you he was gonna get burnt down. You still got Xavier. You still got Xavier.
Before we proceed, do the shout out.
Okay.
Do a shout out.
Before we proceed, a shout out to our boys who are not here right now, Xavier Hill and Andre Mitchell. They will be here shortly soon, but check them out in the links down below for their video, as well as Mike Henry.
Don't forget me, 24/7.
Also, another shout out to Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. I have not contacted Delvin, so I might not see him here today.
He may not come.
Yeah, he may not come.
And Pharaoh, I don't know.
Yeah, Farrell, we gotta see if he's working or he wants to come. I would think he would like to see Hell in a Cell. But otherwise, alright. So we already covered, let me keep T-Money here up to date. We already covered the fact that we're doing Smackdown Live, by the way. We're doing Smackdown Live. We already covered...
Not Smackdown Live, bro.
Oh, yeah. Friday Night Smackdown. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. We would have... we already covered the intro of the
man family.
Mr. STD, King Corbin now.
Yeah, got embarrassed.
Yeah, this man right here, he was waiting on edge when they would introduce The Rock. It was at the beginning of the show!
Yeah.
Go
How
ahead.
the hell did you people on your site did not get that?
Go on, say something.
Go ahead.
I enjoyed every minute of it. It was good to see The Rock back. Because they was trying so hard to get him to come back to WWE because they understand his busy schedule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, on Instagram, they showcase at Extreme Rules where Corbin gave End of Days to Becky Lynch. She got payback in the next panel under punching a block off at Friday Night Smackdown. They would show that panel on Instagram. Payback's a bitch. So, and also right now we are talking about... Oh, wait. We just finished. You already said who won the match. Of...
the man, the queen versus the Boston Hug Connection, the horsewomen.
Mm-hmm.
Won by the man and the queen.
Yep. That was that. What was the next thing?
The next one was the Fiend interrupted Seth Rollins' match against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, we already talked about that. So, it was a no contest. How did you feel about the Fiend interrupting that match between champion versus champion?
It was okay. I pretty much knew he would try something like that on Seth Rollins.
Alright, next thing, Mikey.
Right now, we're watching the kickoff. The rivalry between the Sassy Son of You-Know-What and the Queen of Hearts.
Lacey Evans versus Natalya.
These two square up one last time before the draft, which is coming up this coming Friday.
Oh yeah, things are gonna get shaked up again.
Oh my God!
I don't know words of Vince.
I don't know who's going to Raw, who's going to SmackDown, but
or NXT.
NXT. So we got NXT.
Thank you. See, he remembers what I said. He remembers what I said.
But here's the thing, y'all. They just not. They're not drafting. I don't hear anything about drafting about NXT. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, that we don't know. That's the thing.
But they probably.
Me and Chris are actually stating that might happen. They might add freaking NXT to the mix.
But here's the thing, that they don't consider NXT as a draft team. It's Raw and SmackDown as a draft team, bro.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, anyway, go ahead, Mikey.
The next one, this one, Xavier Hill's gonna love. Mr. Canadian Bacon Kevin Owens versus the best in the world, Sheamus in a ladder match to determine who is gonna get fired.
And that match was good. They left off on a commercial break with freaking Shane McMahon placing Kevin Owens on the announce table, and apparently he's getting a neat freak because he wants to take away this paper and it says fruit. And he freaking elbows him, and they go to commercial. They come back. Kevin Owens is already back on his feet, and freaking frog splashes him
through a ladder
that was set between the stage and the freaking barricade. The people who were literally right there in front were probably doing this on a game. Like, dude, that's real. And then, surprise, surprise, the looks on the people in the front row's face when he went for the frog splash and bent the hell on that ladder with Shane on it. Oh man, priceless. But that didn't even finish it off. We would get a coast to coast with a ladder. We would get freaking
power bomb.
Yeah, with a bungee. That was a bouncy ladder because it was in between the bars. But also we would have a chair on the back of KO. That was messed up. But it would be that which was you just said, the bungee ladder. I'm calling it off of a powerbomb onto with Shane McMahon that got him the opportunity to go up there, get the briefcase, and win the match. Ultimately, insult to injury, salt to wound. He would actually pick up Shane McMahon and actually say
those two words.
You want to say it?
Shane McMahon, you're fired.
And stunned him. Also, fun fact I would like to point out is his new t-shirt, Stun Owens Stun.
Instead of Fight Owens Fight.
Or Run Owens Run.
Yeah.
Well, that's another t-shirt that was made. And so now Shane McMahon is now just a businessman. He's going to be in the back having to deal with all this stuff. No longer on the wrestling roster. Unless somebody says fuck it. So, go ahead, Mike. What was your thoughts on that, guys? You go ahead, Terrence.
Well, that's the whole point. Y'all didn't know. That's why the wrestlers in the bag were complaining about Shane always taking the spotlight. So that's when they decided to do that match with Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, and which means that if Kevin Owens wins, Shane McMahon is gone, and it'll make everybody else happy.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris?
I'm glad that Shane McMahon got fired, and now we don't have to see him anymore.
And my take is, thank goodness the Shane O'Mac curse is broken. And not to mention, Shane McMahon slapped Owens $100,000 fine for putting his hands on the official, but now Kevin Owens returned the favor and won the $25 million lawsuit. Man, that's a lot of money.
I gotta actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send you a link because some guy named a streamer, a VR chat streamer named Great Moon Aroma. He's I think he's Japanese or Korean or whatever because he's got subtitles for his stream, his YouTube videos. He actually uses Shane McMahon's music. Money, 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 money. I'm not kidding. I gotta show you. I'm also gonna react to that again because that's fun. That was fun. Okay, next day, Mikey.
Next up, you won't believe this one. Tyson Fury had to be held back in an 8-man tag team. Braun's team versus AJ Styles' team.
Alright, this I remember. It would be on the babyface team, The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Heavy Machinery. On the other side, it would be the Raw Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, alongside
Randy Orton,
and
his guy's favorite,
AJ Styles, United States Champion. The heel team.
Mm-hmm.
In that match, Braun Strowman would be the one guy that wrecked every single body. For an 8-man tag, that went pretty fast, thanks to Braun Strowman. Miz and the Heavy Machinery
never got a chance.
No, they got some moves in. We would see a chain reaction of finishers and signatures featuring one, we would see the fight of the Miz's move, skull crushing finale. Then we would see the RKO. We would see the phenomenal forearm. We would see the train wreck from Otis. We would see a clothesline to AJ Styles from Tucker. But then we would see the move that freaking... Hold up. Let me check something. Okay. I'm just checking. I got a message. Okay. We would see the train wreck 3 times all around the ring from Braun Strowman, he would signify this.
Yeah.
And then he wrecked Randy. That was his first taste of that. He would wreck freaking Robert, because Dolph Ziggler was in the ring. And he would wreck your boy AJ Styles and flip him while I was at it. Then he would take a look at
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury, and actually look at him, and he was like, "You want to go?" It was just joking at first until Seth Rollins skydived right into him, and, well, by accident, hitting the undefeated heavyweight champion, boxer. And he took offense to that. And Braun Strowman didn't help. He was just joking, going, ha 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 ha, just laughing. Oh, it said boxer under the thing, so
I don't know why.
that was a mess up then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
world.
that was.
He's big. He's big as freaking Braun Strowman. He's big as him. Holy crap! I didn't think there was anybody big as him in freaking UFC and boxing. Goddamn! Yeah, I can see why he's undefeated.
In MMA, there's pretty big
Yeah.
guys.
I believe you. After seeing that guy. But anyway, even during the argument, it would be Braun Strowman that immediately goes in, gets jumped by Dolph Ziggler. Didn't matter. He freaking power slammed it in the ring, got the win, like that. Distractions and everything. Braun Strowman is not one to easily lose a match. And after the match, Braun Strowman is just laughing at him as, for once, security did his job. It swarmed in out of nowhere as soon as he jumped that barricade. Tyson Fury just wants Braun Strowman. Oh, this is going to be a good match.
Could be a dream match, alright.
This is going to be a good match. I don't know if it's a dream match. It probably is now. I never thought of happening, but now we got that. So what would be the next thing after that 8-man tag?
Go ahead.
Oh, wait. What you want?
I don't know if you knew this. Randy Orton asked John Cena if John Cena.
Go ahead, scoot it. You going to sit on me?
Randy Orton asked John Cena if John Cena could get in touch with The Rock, because Randy Orton wants to have a match with The Rock at WrestleMania next year.
Ooh, gosh.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be Crown Jewel.
Nope.
WrestleMania? Better. What's your thoughts, Chris? On the wreckage of Braun Strowman and the potential match between
him and Tyson Fury.
There you go. What's your thoughts, Chris?
Tyson Fury, it wasn't his world.
Yeah.
But when that match happens, I'll be the first one to see it.
And my take is Tyson Fury wants a piece of Braun Strowman, but he had to be restrained because he jumped out of the crowd.
I told you.
And then he had to be restrained by security because I heard.
Hey, we're messing up his nice looking suit.
But he had to be escorted.
All right, what's next, Mike?
Next up, the lumberjack match between the Big Dog versus Daniel Bryan's former best friend Eric Rowan in a lumberjack match.
And that match was considered, honestly, oh yeah, I remember, that was the last match. So in that match, we would have the heels near the stage, and they were all looking at Roman Reigns. Throughout the match, the guys that were heels were beating up Roman Reigns and throwing him back in the ring, and the ones who were baby faces were trying to get Eric Rowan in the ring, but he was just beating them all up. Including, I didn't notice them at first, but they're there. Eric Rowan is taller and bigger than both members of Viking Raiders. They were there, and they were getting wrecked. The match would then go on to the fact that Daniel Bryan was there on guest commentary the whole time, and Luke Harper would make an appearance. And that's why Daniel Bryan was out there, because he knew Luke Harper was going to make an appearance. He jumped him. And Ricochet was the first one to jump him. But he went right past the freaking heels. Like, what? Ricochet, what the hell? Why are you first? And then Cesaro gets wrecked, and then Daniel Bryan gets there. And then ultimately, suicide diving and wrecks everybody. It's a swarm of people, a swarm of men just laying out. Is Roman Reigns going over the top rope like The Undertaker. God damn. That's two people who do that. Does anybody else do that besides The Undertaker and Roman Reigns?
What?
just arms spread, butterfly over the top rope into a crowd of people.
Mike Awesome.
Mike, who's that?
He was ECW legend.
Ah, that's right. ECW, do it right. But anyway, moving on to that would be the fact that since the rules were no disqualifications in a lumberjack match, Luke Harper continued to help Eric Rowan in that match. But thankfully, with Daniel Bryan, he would get Luke Harper out, but then gets the claws. And here comes to the rescue is freaking Spear to Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Breaking news: Natty wins.
Oh, there you go. We're watching it. Natalya beats Lacey Evans. I think.
Hold on.
She's smiling.
I guess. I was looking at this.
I don't know.
She made her tap.
She made her tap. There you go.
Hold on.
In which case,
hold on. Let's see what the rep does. I believe. Yep, that's a win.
Yeah, he raised her arm. That's a win.
Natalya wins.
In which case,
watch this.
Bam!
Woman's Bride payback
from Natalya. The Queen of Hearts got payback
from the sassy Southern wannabe.
Insult to injury, really. So, okay. With that said, after the victory of Roman Reigns against Eric Rowan in a lumberjack match, Daniel Bryan would actually extend his hand for one night of enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
He would actually stick his hands and everybody was quietly...
The sharpshooter.
There you go. Yeah, you can do that. Would actually start saying yes, and Daniel Bryan would actually do this to actually signify and get everybody riled up saying yes, yes, yes. After that, it would be agreed. Hands were shaken between Bryan and Reigns, and that would end the Smackdown. Friday night Smackdown.
Hold on. One more thing.
What's that?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no. That's right. That didn't end the night. Because we already covered this earlier.
Yeah.
It would be Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Smackdown title. WWE Championship title. Sorry. I got so much stuff going in my head. In which case, I already covered this. Because Brock Lesnar's not going to defend the title after that.
Another vacation.
Yeah.
And I know our
9-second win.
And I know my
9-second win.
I know Xavier.
Kofi jumped. Why did Kofi jump?
I don't know.
I'm glad y'all asked.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. WWE wanted Kofi Kingston to drop the title to Brock Lesnar.
Why?
Because I don't know why they feel like that Kofi Kingston had it so long. It's time for him to drop it.
Oh my!
He did. He had it for several months. Almost half a year.
And they wanted someone else to be champion.
And
but why Brock?
Here's the thing: Brock Lesnar makes more money than all those wrestlers.
Oh my God!
That's the reason why.
Brock Lesnar is heartless.
And he does not showcase himself in the ring much.
When you're a part-time wrestler, you're going to get paid a lot of money than a full-time wrestler.
Anyway, that would not be the end. After his celebration, Rey Mysterio's music hits up, and who would show up with him? I thought it was Dominic until he took off his shirt. I'm like, that's not Dominic. Who was it, my friends?
It was the UFC MMA, Brock Lesnar's former MMA rival, Cain Velasquez.
And that, from what they said on commentary, was the man who took it from him. Undertaker was in that audience saying, you want to go for that night. And he came in and whooped his sorry damn ass. Brock Lesnar was scared. He didn't want none. He didn't want none. Like this man's favorite music does. You want none.
If y'all noticed that it's not Cain Velasquez wasn't the last person to beat Brock Lesnar.
One second.
Who's it?
Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Because I got things to do. I'm going to sit down. You like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast video.
Hold on.
And Renee just showed up. How you doing? Say it. Get in front of me.
Hey! Why I'm here and why not bring my tacos?
Tacos.
And this is a tacos for him.
Oye, paparito.
And
My bean burrito. I'm gonna make it gas up in here.
What's the next podcast?
We're still recording. So, any last comments, bro?
Like I said, my comment is Brock Lesnar's gonna get the ass whooping he deserved, and I don't know when
Will Kane be? How you pronounce his name?
Cain Velasquez.
Will he be in SmackDown now?
Who knows?
Actually, yes, it does. He's on.
You want to sit right there?
SmackDown
Sit
now.
right there. I already got enough airtime.
So the UFC 2 times, champion. Now he signed out the contract. I saw that. So now he's on SmackDown.
And he's on a channel you can watch, right? You got a TV at home? He's on channel Fox.
Fox 26.
Fox 26.
Yeah, every Friday.
9 on Xfinity.
Okay. Now we're back to business.
Yeah, buddy.
For what? How long?
Don't know. It's going to add several years, supposedly.
Ever since it
It's WWE. WWE does long-term contracts.
Because right now it's already been going on what my Fox 20.
Yep.
And now they go back to the way it was all started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it started off on my 20, not Fox.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, y'all. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
And what's the next podcast?